Alrighty, what up everyone? In this video I'm going to be going over the benchmarks of why I love the Halo series and show my appreciation of what these games had to offer. So, starting off, the series as a whole is a journey throughout the eyes of a hero, no matter the scale, to save the galaxy, to regroup and retrieve an asset, to be on a mission to uncover the truth of why the Covenant are on Reach. Each game tells an arc of nobility and no matter what, to fight on, trust in others, and get shit done. The main series story starts off simplistic. Aliens are bad, no problem, let's F them up. Always want to do that, right? But wait, you get to the second mission and it opens you up to a new sci-fi world you had either read about in sci-fi novels or seen in movies. But now we get to experience this invasion, this war, as the player, as the chief. And what I'm talking about is the scenery, because holy shit, 2001, as a 6-year-old kid saying this with my own eyes, my mind was blown. Now the music. Continuing on, the music across the games have been spectacular. I find myself to this day, at least once a day, playing a soundtrack from the Halo franchise. Each game took the soundtrack and elevated it to the next level. What I mean is literally each game will progress the previous scores and turn them into something new, but still have the same structure and baseline. The soundtrack is undeniably innovative, revolutionary, and comparable, if not better, than a lot of movie scores that are out today. I would also like to add that the game is arguably like a movie. The soundtrack complements what we see and guides us to how we should be feeling in some cases. The story. Now the story. The story of Halo really is just about a soldier doing what he thinks is right for their kind. On both sides. Halo 2, the narrative gets deeper, and I wouldn't say complicated, but the depth and lore of Halo just expanded tenfold with this game. Getting to see the Covenant side of the story made the game more exciting. Always curious to see if you're going to run to the Chief as the Arbiter. Sadly, that never happened during the game, and only in a cutscene, but it was satisfactory nonetheless. The relationships built in the first 3 entries felt genuine. By the time Halo 3 came around, it was very sad to see Chief lost in space, when the bromance of Chief and Arbiter had only just felt like it just begun. But both of them, knowing that they had just saved the galaxy from a total reboot, was a satisfying ending to a trilogy. The fact that the story began with the Covenant trying to find the ring that would kill trillions, if not a lot more, to a mutiny and changing of sides and gaining a new ally, to a team-up of the decade that would make us cherish the short-lived friendship of a lifetime. The Halo story made us feel like heroes, feel like the chosen one, feel like with our friends anything is possible, and that with our friends, saving the world just got a lot better and a hell of a lot more fun. Speaking of fun, multiplayer. Not only is just beating the story with your homies fun, but owning your homies in a deathmatch made it even better. Multiplayer, you really got to learn how merciless you and your friends were to each other. Basically, who was more skillful, and better yet, more skillful out of your team. Playing with your friends online was a magical experience. Winning never felt better, especially against people you didn't know, who would then message you for a custom game match, and then either winning or losing that, and actually the outcome was making friends with that person, which would then lead to an epic custom game lobby of shenanigans, teabagging left and right. Halo took online multiplayer to the next level. Forge elevated the experience not only just for multiplayer, but as a game in general, as they would be incorporated for online custom games and really creating a game within a game with the creative uses of infection or vehicles with races. Overall, multiplayer in each game became more innovative with dual wielding, equipment, perks, and abilities. Multiplayer was a way for us to connect and put your skills to the test. Customization. In regards to Halo 3, Reach, and 4, the customization was quite amazing and felt very personal, giving the players the choice and design control of their character only pushed further of the ideology of putting the player first. With Halo 1, 2, and ODST, although basic, was still outstanding at the time of their release to still allow us to personalize our characters. Halo 5? Well, we don't talk about that customization. Friendships built. Why Halo is also important to me is because Halo is the reason I was able to make my first friend when I moved to a new city. We were the first 2 people in the classroom, 7th grade, I remember this vividly. We sat down at our desks, we looked at each other, and the first words he says to me was, "You play Halo?" And immediately we connected, and to this day he's one of my best friends. So after all that's been said, I thank Halo for making me who I am today and inspiring me to push through no matter how difficult the task is and be the Spartan of my own story. Now I know I just praised this franchise, but I know it also has its flaws, and in my next video you can catch me talking about my displeasures of the Halo franchise. Thank you for watching this, and see you next time. Adios.